History of Christianity from the beginning. Christianity beliefs. Followers of the Christian religion base their beliefs on the life, teachings and death of Jesus Christ. Christians believe in one God that created heaven, earth and the universe. The belief in one God originated with the Jewish religion. Christians believe Jesus is the Messiah or Savior of the world. The history of the Christian religion and the Christian Church began with Jesus and his apostles, 12 disciples, students, of Jesus Christ for a mission. Christianity is a religion that is based on the birth, life, death, resurrection and teaching of Jesus Christ. Christianity began in the 1st century CE after Jesus died and was resurrected. Starting as a small group of Jewish people in Judea, it spread quickly throughout the Roman Empire. Despite the early persecution of Christians, it later became the state religion. In the Middle Ages, it spread into Northern Europe and Russia. During the Age of Exploration, Christianity expanded throughout the world. It is currently the largest religion in the world. The religion had schisms and theological disputes that had as result in 4 main branches. The Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox Churches, Oriental Orthodoxy. Most of the first Christians were ethnically Jewish or Jewish proselytes. An early difficulty came from non-Jewish converts. There was the question if they had to become Jewish before becoming Christian. The decision of St. Peter was that they did not, and the matter was further addressed with the Council of Jerusalem. The doctrines of the apostles brought the early church into conflict with some Jewish religious authorities, and this eventually led to the martyrdom of the SS. Stephen and James the Great and expulsion from the synagogues. Thus, Christianity got an identity distinct from Judaism. The name Christian was first used for the disciples in Antioch, as recorded in Acts 11:26. Christianity kept many practices from Jewish tradition. Christianity thought the Jewish scriptures to be sacred and used mostly the Septuagint translation of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Old Testament. The Hebrew prophets and writings, the rest of the Old Testament books, and added other texts as the New Testament. Christians professed Jesus to be the God of Israel, having taken human form, and considered Jesus to be the Messiah, Christ, who had been prophesied about in the Old Testament and so was expected by the people of Israel. Christianity continued many Judaic practices, liturgical worship, including the use of incense, an altar, a set of scriptural readings adapted from synagogue practice, the use of sacred music in hymns and prayer, and a religious calendar, as well as other typical features, an exclusively male priesthood, and ascetic practices, fasting etc. The time when most of the apostles had died and their jobs as leaders of the Christian communities in the cities had been taken over by bishops, is called a post-apostolic period. It includes the time of persecution until Christian worship was legalized under Constantine the Great. The earliest recorded use of the term Christianity is from this period. The term was used by Ignatius of Antioch circa 107. Early Christians were subject to various persecutions. This meant even death. Early martyrs included Stephen, Acts 7:59, and James, son of Zebedee, Acts 12:2. Persecutions on a larger scale by the authorities of the Roman Empire began in the year 64 when Emperor Nero blamed them for the Great Fire of Rome, as the Roman historian Tacitus reported. According to church tradition, it was under Nero's persecution that the saints Peter and Paul became martyrs in Rome. Several of the New Testament writings mention persecutions and very difficult times. For 250 years there were times when Christians suffered from persecutions because they refused to worship the Roman emperor. That was seen as treason and punished by execution. But the Christian religion continued to spread throughout the Mediterranean region. In the late 4th century, they became the dominant religious force of the Roman Empire.